On today's episode,
Legacy Hunter. We are the backbone of America. We are not afraid of getting our hands a little dirty. We work hard for what we have. We are where Scripture takes action. We are average Joes. Your land and our land are the hunting grounds.
The Hunting Grounds is brought to you by Everett Chevrolet of Northwest Arkansas, Bedford Cameron Video, Morrell Targets, Hook, Line, and Sinker Outdoors, and by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back to the Hunting Grounds. We've got a treat in store for you this week as you go with my family to a local pumpkin patch. We get the THG family out for a bonfire, and you get to reminisce on some old hunts as Dad and I fill the freezer with some deer meat. So here we go. We're going out to the Pea Ridge Magira pumpkin patch with the family. It's raining, it's nasty. Who knows what's in store tonight?
Okay, so we decided to go on a pumpkin patch adventure, and Shay has it all planned out. We're going to do it Saturday. Saturday's going to be a beautiful day, sunny, cool, but just, you know, awesome to go to a pumpkin patch. Well, she changed it to Thursday night. No, Friday night. Anyway, it was cold, rainy, wet, and by the time we got there, it was late. We're almost getting ready to close, so we didn't get to ride the little kiddie train ride.
I'm saying dry.
Oh, no,
One of my shoulders? That's my girl. Oh, come sit with me, okay? You sissy sit?
Can you hold Sissy?
Yeah, put it right there.
Hold on to her.
Hold on, Sissy. The wagon ride is in this metal contraption that is like tough on the rear when you're being bumped over everything, but my son-in-law was a great driver. He just took us gently through the little mazes and everything.
I guess when you get married, Anthony does, and he has to haul his mother-in-law around.
Then my son helped out, and he took me through every single hole that he could find. And these old bones don't do well with all that jarring against metal.
So Mom had no idea what she was in store for when she asked me to wheel her around the cart. I'm not as nice as Anthony is.
I was invited to go with the Fullers to the pumpkin patch, and my objective was to get the best shots that I could. Well, about halfway through, my objective changed when I about fell in a hole, and that objective changed to getting Steven to fall in that hole.
Then there's the hole, which Steven earned because he had, you know, taken me through the holes and ditches and dips in the wagon. Well, Kyle found this awesome hole, this big hole, and you didn't really see it unless you walked into it. And he's like, Steven, come here, come running over here. So Steven's like, no, I don't think so. But anyway, he said, okay, come over here, just walk over here, like, you know. So Steven starts walking.
Renee, look at no, I really don't want to. This boy can't run no more.
Walk towards me then.
Why?
Renee, come here, Renee, come here.
Did you really? Did you not see?
My gosh!
You didn't see it.
And all of a sudden, boom, he falls down into this big old hairy hole. It was awesome, and he deserved it.
Disappeared and he just gone. Kyle's dying laughing. It was funny.
And Steven fell in a hole, thanks to Kyle.
It wasn't too hard, just get him to, instead of run, walk over, and wham, he fell right in that hole. It was awesome.
So Kyle, who's helped with the camera work for years, kind of got this trust thing going. When he tells me he's got a shot, I kind of just voluntarily do it. Well, he told me to run. I told him this fat boy isn't running, but he told me to walk looking at the camera. So I trusted him, and what do you know, I about died. All I knew is the light shut off. I was down in the middle of a hole and everybody's laughing. But that's about as close as I've ever got to feeling like I was actually dead.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Chevrolet, here with just one simple message. If you want a better way to buy a new Chevy, just come see us. You'll love the way we do business. Our customers have said it's the best car buying experience they've ever had, and we work hard to make sure every customer feels that same way. And so does Bo, although you might catch him taking a nap. Family owned, customer friendly, Everett Chevrolet in Springdale, I-540 at Elm Springs Road.
Hey guys! Hey guys!
View our videos at thg-tv.com.
Follow us on Twitter at THGTV.
Like us on Facebook as The Huntin Grounds. Follow us on Instagram at THGTV.
I'm glad he's laughing. You broke that stick over there. You're supposed to throw a stick at his face.
When it comes to that shot of a lifetime,
and archery becomes more than an obsession.
And shooting is more than just a game.
Perfect practice. We'll make perfect shots.
nobody beats Morel.
Nobody.
When it comes down to my family and my team, it's just as important for us to put meat in the freezer as it is to get a trophy on the wall. When it comes down to doe management, it doesn't matter if it's old or mature does, if you're looking to knock down just a total population. But if we actually have the chance to go in and be more selective, we like to take those old does out. Those are the ones that have been educated, they bust you in the tree stand, they know where to come in, where to look, and will alert all the other deer. Well, on this hunt, I'm going after a doe I've been after for a few years. I've changed the location of my tree stand. She has still spotted me. Let's see if we can get it done.
for the big buck. Had a few does slip in the holler behind me. And before I knew it, there was 3 of them there feeding. And picked out the biggest mature doe in the group. Took a shot, and it's actually not that far. You're only looking like a 50-yard shot. You know, it almost looks like I missed her on camera. It could just be the bullet flying through at the angle that I'm at. So I'm gonna go check it out. Hopefully we have some blood. Hopefully got a little meat to put in the freezer. We'll see here.
Big stuff. But if you take a look at the shot, I couldn't tell if I had hit her or not. It's just kind of hard to tell, but got blood here instantly where I shot her. I knew which way she ran, so we'll see if we can trail her up and find her real fast. I'm gonna see if I can call Dad. He was hunting on the other side, about 30 acres apart here. See if we can get him over here and help me film the recovery. She ran down through here, and like I said, she ran down the hill a little ways, and then she ran back up and crashed up here. So it's just right down here. Ow! That hurts.
Oh, that's one of them good ones too.
Yeah. See all the blood?
Yeah.
She bled down through here, and she actually ran down the hill a little bit, and I don't know why. She came back up. So. Big doe, though. Big doe, huh? Yeah. Well, we found the doe. She didn't go very far. Got Dad out here for the recovery. He was hunting the other side of another piece of property nearby. Had her and 2 other does come in. You could definitely tell she was a mature doe out of the bunch. We're trying to take out some of the mature does on this property to try to cut down on the number of does, but also some of these mature does, they just know where to come in, where to look for you out in the deer stand. So we're trying to take as many of them out as we can. Had a cool encounter with her this morning. I actually saw one of the small does at first, and that's the only one I saw, and it's just thick cover there. Finally picked out these 2. Just could tell by her body stance and how she was looking around that she was a dominant doe in there, so took her out. Perfect shot, ran further than I thought she would. I mean, double lunged her. She actually ran down this hill a little bit and it came back up, but nice doe to take out, and that's a doe with the muzzleloader and with the bow now, so now we're looking for one with the gun. So even though I'd moved my deer stand, that doe knew to look up in the trees. She had found me. She didn't know what it was for sure, but we had a staring contest there for a little bit. I could tell that she was a mature doe in that group. Managed to get it done. That's one mature doe off her property. It's going to make hunting a little bit easier, where we can have those deer come in and she's not going to blow out of there and blow every other deer out of there before the big buck comes in.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, inviting you to come see the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado at Everett Chevrolet. The all-new Silverado delivers power, performance, and style with a great new look, a new interior, and more industry-leading features. Take a test drive and discover the difference. The all-new 2014 Silverado. Check it out today at your family-owned, customer-friendly dealer, Everett Chevrolet in Springville, I-540 at Elm Springs Road.
Okay, good luck guys, shoot straight. I've been a guide and an outfitter for most of my life. I developed a scientific product called Nose Jammer. It's not a scent eliminator or a chemical spray. Nose Jammer has concentrated levels of vanillin and other organic compounds found in the woods you hunt. The smell jams the olfactory gland in an animal's nose, so all he smells is his natural environment.
Vincent Productions, proud to be the post-production house of the Huntin' Grounds, providing audio, video, web, and design solutions in the Northwest Arkansas area and beyond. Visit us online at vincentprod.com. How do you save a life and find your best friend in one step? Adopt from your local animal shelter. Please donate food, bedding, or financial contribution to help their stay be a little bit better. Like us on Facebook for upcoming events and how you can help.
When it comes to that shot of a lifetime.
And archery becomes more than an obsession.
And shooting is more than just a game.
Perfect practice. We'll make perfect shots.
Nobody beats morale. Nobody.
Nobody beats morale.
Now what we're doing here is we got a neighboring property and this exposed fence line. The other property owner hunts. Now what I definitely suggest to do is try to get the other landowners in your area on the same management plan as you, and maybe let those bucks and some of those deer grow up to maturity. But that's not always the case, as we all know. We've always got the people that like to look over the fence and see what we're doing on our properties. Now what I've already done is I've taken a tractor down along this fence row, I've cultivated and I've disked. Now I got to get in there and hand throw this biologic blind spot. I'm going to get a drag and drag over the dirt, just lightly covering it. And what it's going to do is going to create a great barrier. So the adjoining landowner, whether he decides to hunt and take a peek over to see what we're doing, or if he allows anybody to hunt that wants to see the deer activity on our property, it's hopefully going to stop that. Another thing it's going to do is going to make the deer a lot more comfortable to coming out in this exposed field. We've got some food plots out here, and hopefully increase the deer activity. Well, it's been about 2 months since we planted the mossy oak blind spot up and down this fence row to keep our neighbors' eyes off of our property. And you can see it's growing pretty good. Now, for about a month after we planted, we were hit with a severe drought. And you can really tell it affected the blind spot, especially anywhere that it was planted near and around trees where the roots were able to zap the moisture from the soil. But over the last month, we started to get a lot of rain. It started to put a lot of growth on and starting to come to seed heads on top. Hopefully we'll get another 2 to 3 foot out of this, and it will cover up our fence row from our neighbor. Now this mossy oak blind spot is very easy to plant, it's very easy to grow, especially if you have moisture. It's great for concealing yourself as you're walking into your deer stand, or if you want to keep your neighbor's eyes off your property, or if you have a food plot on a small property that can be seen by any kind of residents, you can plant it along your food plot edge. Makes the deer feel more comfortable in coming out there and feeding.
It was the second week of modern gun season here in Arkansas. Stephen noticed some bucks chasing does, so we was heading out the next morning, but when we got up, Stephen wasn't feeling real good. So I went ahead and went out by myself, tried to film it, but I got the buck, but not real good footage. I shot it. I'm hoping it's that big 9-point. I went and got Steve. He's been sick this morning, so he's not feeling good, sore throat. So I got Steve for a recovery, and we're going to go take a look at him. We've been watching this buck for about 3 or 4 weeks now around our property. It's coming into this Eagle Seed soybean food plot that Steven started this spring and did awesome. Made a big buck, big body. For around here, that's huge. But Steven's been sick, so he rigged up the camera for me to shoot the buck on my rifle. But after I shot, the camera lay in close, so I didn't get any after footage. But I went and got Steven, even though he's sick, and come out here to do the recovery with me. And here's the results of what Eagle Seed and Steven's management does for you.
Now it seems like every time Dad gets an opportunity at a buck, I'm either not there to videotape him, or I'm sick, or the video camera's not working. Something goes wrong where we don't get the whole hunt on film. But that's part of real hunting, it's part of what we do, and it's part of the stories that we get to pass on.
It doesn't matter what size buck it is to me, just so I get meat in the freezer and get out and enjoy God's creation.
Now as each season passes, we've been getting better and better at filming. We've been able to get some of Dad's bucks on film, and it's something that we'll continue to grow and learn on and bring you some awesome hunts to come.
The Hunting Grounds is brought to you by Everett Chevrolet of Northwest Arkansas, Bedford Cameron Video, Morrell Targets, Hook, Line, and Sinker Outdoors, and by these fine sponsors.
Hey, my Brene had a lot of fun climbing on the stacked up hay bale, and Dad was hilarious squeezing through the tunnel of hay bales with Brene, and she got a kick out of it too. It was fun.
I'm in the highest spot in Pea Ridge right now.
Anyway, Brene wanted to go through this hay tunnel. Nobody's going to go with her because they're all chicken. Anyway, my little skinny body went through it and barely made it and kind of got stuck.
You're coming out. Anyway, we had a good fall outing in spite of the rain and the nasty weather, and afterwards we went to the Mexican restaurant and ate. It was awesome.
It was one good, fun family outing. Bam!
Even though it's nasty, rainy weather, I enjoy spending time with the girls and the family.
The Fullers are always getting me out there doing something new and exciting that I wouldn't get to do otherwise with my own family. And I truly appreciate everything the Fullers do for me.
So I enjoyed every minute that we had out there despite the rain and the nasty weather. The one thing I did miss out on was a little wagon train pull thing. I wanted to do that. We'll have to go back out there next year.
Take County Road 9 around Johnson Mill Bend, past the city limit sign where the blacktop is. Roll the windows down and follow what you hear. Is that sweet sound coming from a field?
Proper way of making a s'more. Graham cracker. You gotta have half a thing of Hershey's bar. Want to toast it? How did you cook your hot dog? Like this? The s'more crunch.
I need a drink.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that was Larry. That's what Larry said that.
And whether you're getting drenched, picking pumpkins with your family, or getting led into a dark hole by trusted family members, or filling your freezer with meat. Until next time, glad you're ready to get a youth or a new hunter involved in the outdoors. Get outside and enjoy God's great, colorful creation, and as always, have a better than average day.
Music provided by Back Road Anthem and by Brian Matthew Ellis.
I didn't do good. I didn't do good.
Steven deserved this hole, so yes, he did. No, okay, start over. Anyway, stop. Okay.
In my family, it's end of the day fun.
So I had just as much fun.
Got in trouble. Don't say hey, I almost said hey. Can't do it without saying hey. Wow.
Well, I enjoyed spending time with the girls. What else was that?
Spend time with the Fullers, my second adoptive family, because of
All right.